to the Western Blouse project with Frocks and Frolics. I am Marina and I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know in order to make a beautiful Western blouse. Now, the Western blouse has been around for an awfully long time. It's one of my earlier patterns which I've now updated to include sizes 1 to 12. And I know that a lot of you have really been waiting for this, so I hope that you will enjoy this course tremendously. A few things have changed on the blouse. I used to have those pockets on the front, very cute patch pockets, but because of the yoke having this sort of rounded shape here and then having the straight over pockets, I decided that they weren't really quite right for it, so I left them off. Of course, if you've got the older style pattern, you can of course still use them, but for the new pattern, I've left those off. For the project, you have the video course, and then you also got the ebook. The ebook covers everything from sizing to cutting out, all that good stuff, and it is done with a photo guide. Now, for the photo guide, I've made this little blouse here, and it's what I would call the standard blouse. And then on the cuffs, all I have done is sewn them together, but I did add a little bit of embroidery to make it a little bit more interesting, so that's that. And you also learn how to do this fabulous little hem down here and how to make sure that this all looks brilliant. There is also a video for this, just want to point this out. So if you go down into your bonus section, you will find a video that very quickly goes through how to do this. And in order to do that, I have filmed another blouse, which is this one here. And there are 3 bonus videos that you can watch if that's the technique you are using. That is, for one, the hem, which you can see here. And again, you get a really beautiful result here. I've also filmed sandwiching in the yoke, which I am not doing in the main video, and we're top stitching it. And the other thing you get, the 3rd video, is how to do the smocking at the back. The fabric I've used for this blouse is chambray, and chambray is something that looks a little bit like denim. How they do that is that they insert a thicker thread into the weft going across, and therefore it looks a little bit like denim, but it's of course much lighter. So that's a beautiful combination as well. And the videos you find in the bonus section are, just once again, how to do the hem, how to do the smocking, couching, and the sandwiching of the front and back between the yoke layers, because that's not covered in the main video. For the video course, I've made this gorgeous blouse here. It's absolutely superb. I really love this, and I wanted to step it up a little bit. Of course, you don't have to do this, but you can add piping. Piping actually can make things easier, and so I'm showing you here a technique how to put the yoke in, making it easier for a beginner to get the beautiful curve, and instead of like just sewing straight over and ending up here with it, which can easily happen. Of course, this is a little trick I'm going to show you, and I hope you enjoy it. I've also put the piping on the side of each one of the plackets, so that when you close it up, you've got that beautiful piping on either side, which I think is very nice. The other thing that I've discovered when I was making this blouse, not to be scared of using a button that is neither blue nor red. In fact, it's a wooden button. And I thought, well, they make it a little bit Western style, a little bit sort of almost Bavarian style. And I thought, well, that's really cool as well. Now, the other thing that is slightly different to the ebook is this beautiful hem. And what I'm doing here is adding a ribbon all the way around. Number 1, if it peeps out, it looks really great. And number 2, actually, it makes it a little bit easier again to get this curve right. I've top stitched it here, and I've done 2 lines of top stitching, almost like a twin needle, but of course much wider. You can see that here. And then I've added, and this is a new pattern piece you get, a feature bow to the back. So what we've done here at the back, so instead of the couching or smocking, which you can do across here, you can also just put a pleat in. Now, a lot of you have girls which are really skinny minis. They are much, much smaller than they you know, like the pattern allows for. So putting that pleat in is a good idea, and then you can further pull it in by having a bow, and of course the bow looks nice. What's different about this bow pattern, it isn't like just a straight piece with a tipped edge. It's got like a bow tie, a shape bit in here, and what that does, of course, is that when we tie this together, you get the bow shape here, which is very, very nice. So you get this beautiful bow at the back as well, and then we've got piping in here as well, and piping in the cuff. And you don't need a piping foot. We are doing it with a zipper foot. What is important is that you can move your needle over to the very edge of your zipper foot, and then you can use it like a piping foot. You don't need to rush out and get a piping foot. You can do it with that. Just check that it actually does go to the edge. Some sewing machines don't do that, so that's just a word of warning. And so I just want to show you very quickly the blouse, inside and outside, and then we can get started. So this is a gingham, if you're wondering, and one of the things that's particularly nice when you use gingham is the yoke. Now the yoke is cut in one piece, which you'll see in a minute when we talk about the pattern, and because it's cut in one piece, naturally, by the shape of it, some of it will not be on the straight grain, and that really works to your advantage here. We've got the straight grain coming down here, so it actually sits on the diagonal, so it looks beautiful because you get that wonderful line. The yoke is lined in here, and that makes your life a lot easier. Now just one thing, you have got the Western blouse for the doll as well. The video is free, go watch it and have a look how I do the yoke, because what I do there is just have one yoke piece and serge it all. And that video I've also added in the bonus section. So you just scroll down in your course, go to the bonus section, and you'll have the stuff for the grey blouse, but you've also have a video there for the doll blouse, and that includes how to do the yoke as one piece. I have serged the armhole here, and of course you can use binding as well. So if you don't have a serger, you could bind it all the way around. That is an option. And if you don't have a serger, you could use a French seam. And again, how to do a French seam, again, in the bonus features for additional techniques, you have a video that shows you how to do French seams. So that's another thing you can do. Now you have got one more option with a long sleeve as well. And for the long sleeve, again, you have a bonus video for that. And then we're going to go step by step through the entire making process. In the video, it's going to be this blouse. You can refer back to your ebook. Everything is the same, apart from obviously I've added the piping, and I'm also doing a slightly different hem version. So you're learning quite a few things here. I think that will make this a real pleasure to make. And if you haven't had quite enough instruction with this, then I would suggest that you also watch the bonus features that I filmed 6 years ago when I started this project, and you will learn how to put on diamantes, how to put ruffles into the sleeves. There is so much there to learn as well. You can watch those too, of course. And then also make sure that on the listings page of my website, you scroll down to where you have the review section, post your photos and a review. I would really love that. I'm sure you're going to enjoy this tremendously. So without further ado, let's get started.